You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like, at least for the American school system, it's like a universal experience to be just sitting in one of your elementary classes. Everybody's doing their quiet reading or just like working alone, and then just one kid absolutely starts throwing up his insides. It's just like, just endless. I feel like that's something that it just has to happen to everybody at least once. I unfortunately was the kid that threw up. This is I always look back and I laughed at this story. Oh snap! Hang on, I'm gonna pause and I'll talk after the cutscene. Okay, we finally made it to Groznygrad. As I was saying, this is me being a little vulnerable. But it's one of the funniest stories that I have in my life. At least I think it's pretty funny. But I was the kid that unfortunately threw up in the class. I remember that day so clearly too. It's second grade. I'm in my class. It's right after lunchtime too. For lunch, I had a bean and cheese burrito from the school cafeteria. And I remember so vividly eating the burrito and spotting like a little green thing inside the burrito and thinking like, oh, it's just like an herb or something, you know? Like it's nothing that's really that important to take mind of. I then went back to my class and you're just sitting there quietly and just suddenly with like I didn't even like expect it. It just happened so aggressively and like suddenly I just started throwing up. My insides just came out, man. That was a really unfortunate sight for me to experience, and for I feel so bad for everybody in that class because I was like I started, it was just like, "Huh," and I'm trying to make my way out. My teacher's like, go outside, go to the trash can, whatever. But I'm like, I don't know how old you are in second grade, but you're young, and like I'm panicking, I'm freaking out, I'm trying to make my way out, and oh god, I feel so bad. I don't know if she still remembers me or if she still remembers this whole incident, but I think about it almost all the time. I threw up on a girl on the way out. It was it was really very bad. And what the hell is happening here? And I felt so bad. I can't lie. At that time, I was not a friend of her. I did not like her in the slightest. But oh god dang. But I think nobody deserves to be thrown up. Like that's always terrible. And so I run out, and I have to be sent home because I just threw up in class. And I go home, and I'm told that after the fact, after I left the class, my one of my other buddies who was sitting next to the girl got sick at the sight of me being sick. Oh god, I feel so bad. I think he said he threw up on her too. Which is such an unfortunate chain reaction event. I feel so bad for her. That's so terrible. But I can't lie, it's funny. It's kind of pretty funny. Like that's one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me, I feel like. But to this day, like it still haunts me and I can't imagine what it's like for her. Cuz I'll still like be like, "Oh my god, that was so atrocious." And like as a kid, even now like I get motion sick super easily, like super easily. And It doesn't take much motion for me to be like, I gotta find a toilet, I gotta find a trash can, you know? It's weird because I can stomach just about any food, no problem. But it's just motion that'll get it going. But oh man, what a rough experience. What a rough experience to be somebody else's horror story, you know? I hope. Oh, oh damn it! Oh, oh, crap! Oh, you're kidding. Honestly, I might just fake my death. Hang on, wait. I haven't done this before yet, but I should do it now because I've never done it before. So we have this thing that is my fake death. I have 3 of them. I was not aware. Snake will die. It straight up kills him, and it's pretty funny. And we sit here because I could hit continue, and that wastes the pill, and it just counts as a marker. Snake died, you know. Oh, this is really cool. If you let it go long enough, it'll say time paradox, because if this snake dies, the entire franchise doesn't exist. Go away, dude. But we don't want it to reach that point yet. We want this guy to leave, so I could come back to life. Is he gone? Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, these are all leaving. They're dropping their guard now. Everything's going back to normal. Security is leaving. I believe now I can bring out my revival pill, and we're back to it. And I've lost my heat, my wanted level. I don't know what to call it. And we can go about our day like nothing happened, which is awesome. I love that little touch of the game. I don't understand how like that realistically could happen, because this game, I mean, yeah, we've seen some crazy supernatural shit in this game. But for the most part, these games are they're pretty well grounded, I feel like. At least in my opinion, you know. Did I hit him? Okay, we're just gonna lay here. So, but I think that's one of those things that's completely just like made up, you know. Like there is no fake death and revival pill that I'm aware of. Okay, I think they're all unconscious now. There's not many guards out here, which is kind of crazy because this is their main hangar with their big project inside of it. But you know what? I'm not complaining. It makes my job like a million times easier. My everything is full. Okay. Well, let's get on inside this building, and I believe I have to fake being a scientist now. I believe, yes. Because I have to find a guy named Raiden. Not to be confused with Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2, although he looks exactly like him, which is the entire idea. So put on my glasses, and we'll put on my scientist outfit. Oh, we should get my my cigarettes. Hang on. Wait, backpack. And we'll switch the lethal for cigarettes. That way I can just look like I'm smoking, you know? Okay. And now we have to find Raiden. Colonel Raiden. I can't remember where he is. He kind of just shows up at one point, you know? So I just wander the halls as Snake. There's an armory here. Hang on. This guy would be pretty good to intimidate and interrogate. Just gonna approach this man naked. Okay, talk.
Answer me. The door will open with frequency 146.95.
146.95. Okay. Well, this is not a lethal run, so honestly. No, Snake.
Who's that?
Are you kidding? Oh god. Wait. Snake, hide. Do we have my carpet box? No. I hate it when I do that. I let go of something too soon, and then immediately my whole thing is like thrown off completely. Hopefully they won't find me in here. I just sit here and wait. God dang it. Are they? Is he aware that I'm over here? No, dude, there's nobody in here. Maybe they'll just give up eventually. I'll sit here and storytell. I mentioned that I had a buddy in that class who threw up on the girl after I threw up on her. He was one of my first like friends when I moved out here. Cause I'm gonna have to bleep that out. I'm not trying to dox myself, man. But I moved out here, and like I remember seeing him. God dang it! I remember seeing him sitting on it, like sitting by a tree trunk. This is second grade. I moved out here when I was in second grade, and as anybody would do when they're in second grade, it's super easy just making friends. All I had to do was just go, "Hey, you want to be friends?" And he's like, "Yeah," and then we were friends from that point forward. Is there anything up here I can take? Mousetrap. Let's see, can I hide over here now? Let's see. Yep. No, but we met in second grade, and he was just standing on top of a tree trunk, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty baller," and we became friends. And I remember so vividly going home. I'm just like hanging out, chilling, just doing my thing. Like I didn't have any friends in the neighborhood, so I was just mostly home. And one day, I for some reason, I just felt the urge to, just walk about the neighborhood, explore like a child would do. And I walked by this house, and I saw this middle-aged man, a middle-aged mom, and a guy that looked exactly like my friend. That gave me a little scare. I thought he was gonna catch me. He looked exactly like my buddy, and I kind of look at him, and I'm like, is that you? I addressed him by his name, and we're like, oh my god, we live in the same neighborhood. That's amazing. And I think that's it's so cool how when you're so small, it's super easy to make friends. Like when I was in third grade, I met my best friend, and he generally just appeared. We talked about this a few nights ago. He just appeared in my life. I was playing baseball, right? Yeah, I was playing baseball across the street. I was just hanging out with two other guys I hung out with from school, and this third kid, he just appeared at the sidewalk, and he was like, "Can I play games with you guys?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then he became my best friend, and we still talk to this day, it's so crazy. And now, as a grown adult, making friends is like the hardest thing ever. Everybody's like, if you're not in their world immediately, it's very difficult to like befriend somebody. You know what I mean? Like it's a little tricky. I'm usually a pretty social and outgoing guy. Of course, I have my days where like I just don't want to talk to anybody, especially because for my job I do nothing but talk to strangers nonstop. Like as soon as I clock in till I clock out, it's always somebody at some point. Every hour I meet a new person. But it's nothing crazy. But I kind of envy the simplicity of like how easy it was to make friends. I get along with most people, so it's not too difficult. But back then, it's crazy how easy it was. But now I get to sit here and play video games and talk to people on the internet, which is actually something I quite enjoy. I don't I'm not crazy about like meeting somebody online and then becoming friends with them and then like meeting them in person. But I don't mind like small conversations with somebody. Just like chatting in my comments. If you leave a comment, there's a good chance I'll reply because I like talking to people. I love getting to know people. It's one of my favorite things ever. I feel like as a whole we have to like oh god, I'm gonna start sounding preachy. We have to band together, and like be as one. Stop hating everybody. Stop hating each other. Even though there's some bad people out there. Those people, I don't mind if we hate them. But man, what a weird time to live in. What a messed up time to live in. Okay, we got my glasses going. We finally lost our wanted level or heat. I don't know what to call it. The alert status. So I can go back about my day. I cannot lie. I don't remember the oh god, I don't remember what the thing was. That's fine. We're on a mission. It's just like an armory in there. It's nothing like I absolutely need. See, is that him? No, that's not him. Where's the guy I'm looking for? Oh, there he is. How do we? How do I get him? How do I get him? Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can take him like this. Okay, you're mine. Okay. Oh god, somebody's gonna see. Ooh, snake, move, snake. Oh come on. Oh god, they're gonna come check it out. Oh god, no. Oh god, no, 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 no. Come on, move. This is the hardest part of any Metal Gear Solid game. It's just like quietly moving people. Oh god, I knocked him unconscious. That's not great. Okay, we're gonna bring him in here. Can I take his uniform now? Not to be sus, but I need your clothes. Oh man. Okay, what do I do now? Here, let me like really ensure that he's unconscious. Okay. Now what? Here, I'm gonna call the major and see if he can tell me something. Major Zero, tell me something. Help me. Help me.
Good. You've taken care of Raikov. Now to take those clothes he's wearing. But don't take his clothes off there, out in the open. It's far too conspicuous. Also, once you've disguised yourself as Raikov, you'll need to find someplace to hide the real Raikov's body. There must be a place where you can take Raikov's clothes and hide his body. Drag Raikov's body over there. Eva might know a suitable location. Try asking her. Be careful not to wake Raikov up while you're dragging him, and make sure you're not seen by enemy soldiers or scientists.
Okay. So this bathroom's not good enough, I guess? No. Okay, hang on, let me put on my camouflage again. I'm gonna take a peek outside. I'm gonna take him back to that storage unit that I was jumped in. Or that I just like absolutely failed to work in, you know? Oh, I can't. Oh, I can use my cigarette spray on him. Yes. Excusez-moi. Okay. Now I gotta go get Raikov. I'm gonna drag him to that room. That should be a pretty good spot. If not, I'm gonna have to call Eva and find out. Okay, okay. Yeah, no one's there. Oh god, this is gonna suck. This is gonna really suck. Please don't wake up. Please nobody be around that corner. Awesome. Oh god, but they're gonna be around this corner. Okay, I just gotta move fast. Just gotta go quick, gotta go fast. Oh! Oh! Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Okay, here we go. Nobody will find him in here. Hopefully. Right? This should work, right? 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 No? Okay, I'll call Eva. Eva, tell me. Talk to me.
You took care of Raikov?
Yes.
Good. Now drag him to the locker room. There shouldn't be anyone in there. You won't need to worry about anyone seeing you take his clothes, and you can hide his body too. The locker room is on the southwest side.
Oh my god.
Hurry and take him there.
Do you know how far that is? Oh, crap. She wants me to take him all the way out here, up these stairs, and into that room over there. Oh, good god. Oh, god. Okay, hang on. Let's see, I gotta map this out. As a scientist, I must do my theories and my hypothesis and whatever. I was never good at science. That was one of the classes that I definitely... I remember during the pandemic, I failed the crap out of my science class. It was not happening, you know? And I remember feeling so bad for how poorly I did in that class. I wrote my teacher an email being like, I am so sorry that I failed the absolute crap out of your class. I feel so immeasurably guilty. Like, I felt so bad for doing so horribly. And, you know, she sent an email back. She's like, it's okay. It's the pandemic. It's really hard for everybody. Like, she was cool. She understood, and she let me pass with a C, I think. Which, you know, I earned a C. But, man, I, like, just barely earned a C, you know? You know what I mean? Man, those were rough times. That was always pretty rough. Okay, hang on. Please don't anybody be in here. Okay, cool. Please don't anybody be up here. Awesome. Okay, I'm hoping I can get him up these stairs before anybody wakes up. Hopefully. And we're so close to the end of the episode. I feel like this would be a great point to leave the episode off on. If I'm able to get him up these stairs. Oh, crap. Who saw me? Oh, God. I'm gonna go hide in the bathroom. Oh, God. We're just gonna hide in a cardboard box. Here we go. You know what? We're gonna have to pause the episode here. Oh, man. That's not where I wanted to leave off, but it's just how it is. I'm gonna have to talk to you guys next week for some more Metal Gear Solid Delta. See ya. Oh, God. Please don't find me in the bathroom. Please don't find me in the bathroom. Please, please. Oh, I think they found Raikov's body. My alert just jumped up again because they found the body. I'm gonna have to get Raikov again. I think when I try this again, I'm gonna have to go for a. I'm definitely gonna have to try to get him as close to those stairs as possible. Nope. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna save the game and call it quits.
Okay, good luck, Snake.
Thanks.